Welcome to our third virtual Yappy Hour. This theme is origin story, so we'll go around and tell us about how you got your pupper, where he or she came from.
Hey, Milo.
Milo.
We'll award our hey Milo, and then we'll the video recorded posted next for next week and announced for next week. I'm really excited about next week's virtual Yappy Hour because Dr. Arlo Ball is going to be joining us, and she's going to give a little brief talk about coronavirus and pets, and then she's going to do an AMA, which stands for Ask Me Anything. So you can ask her whatever you want about your dog, like I'm going to ask her why is Ethel limping. Why has helped me try to figure out why Ethel's limping. I think it'll be an informative Yappy Hour. So anyway, we can just get started. Kawhi, do you want to go first and tell us Turk's origin story?
I want to go like second. I'm making my drink.
Okay. Jennifer, do you want to go next?
I can. This is Rex, if I can get him back in here. Rex! He's patrolling. He's about to be 11, and he was a rescue. I used to do German Shepherd rescue. He was my third one, and they normally found homes pretty quick, but he's a little skittish, a lot skittish. We tried bark bar twice, and he wasn't having it. Kind of grumpy. I'm kind of an old man now, so very territorial. But I wanted to name him King when I first got him because I always wanted a German Shepherd named King. And it took me a couple days, and I had decided I was going to keep him because he was so traumatized already when I got him. And about 3 days later, I realized that Rex is Latin for king. So I got the king I wanted.
Oh,
That's awesome.
love that.
Had him about 8 years now. Rex, come here. We're talking about
Rex?
Doesn't care.
Is it me now?
Do what?
Is it me now?
Yeah. Kawhi, you can go now. Thank you, Jennifer.
I wrote a poem.
You wrote a poem? Oh my gosh, you're gonna win. Hey, Chance.
As everybody knows, Turk is very talented. Today was actually the screening day of his last movie, Dog for a Day. So we'll get information of that. Oliver, if you do not get out of my light. He's been with me ever since he was 3 months old. I was 19, just kind of think about Beauty and the Beast. But I was the Beast, and he was the beautiful part of my life. Whenever he came into my life, I was in a very bad place. I had 17 suicide attempts. I had a bunch of PTSD. I had a lot of stuff going on. Absolutely no reason to live. I had a fresh start over in a crazy town where my family gave up on me, and then I met my best friend. So, yep. Stay down. I know, model. Down.
He was like, that's me. She's talking about me. I'm the best friend.
You wanted to make sure. Okay, so the poem is to stay young forever.
Oh, no.
Centuries
You can make me cry.
Rugs now turns into tile floors coated in rugs. Our adventures are courageous and still quite insane. Slower pace, but successful all the same. Everyone gives me your credit when it is not due. To be concise, I wonder who trained who. You teach me values no one could. Forgive me and love me when no one should. My whole life has been before you. Even before we met, the universe knew what to do. This journey with you dwarfs a dream. Together we are the power TEAM, power team. And TEAM stands for Turkey and me. And All I ask is for long life and good health, watching for age and its deceiving stealth. The more I love you, the heavier my heart is to haul. I know in the end I'll catch you, but you won't catch me when I fall.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Boy, did you mean to make us all cry?
Oh,
Golly.
oh my gosh. Oh man, you win. You win. You
So
win.
fun fact about Turk, he was actually the very first dog in Bark Bar the first day we opened.
Number one, I remember Kara's exact words. You are super on time.
and that's funny because I'm never on time and I wasn't that day either.
That is
Oh, God love you, Kauai.
Oh man. Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie though, when you did come in and presented me with the folder, I was like, man, this is gonna be a breeze if everybody's as organized as she is.
Oh man.
All right. Oh, Sarah.
I don't know if I can talk after that. Jeez. But yes, I'll go. Whew. That's my vote. But okay. When I first started coming to Bark Bar, I had a tiny dog named Bella, and I found her like at my parents' farm, and she loved me, whatever. But she was kind of a family dog. I got her after a horrendous breakup, and she lived with me for a while. But then I moved here, and my sister is struggling with infertility and has for a while, and so she like fell in love with her, and so I gave Bella to her. And I was like, okay, I'll just find my own dog. And within a week, I found Teddy, but I had gone to, like, I saw a picture of him, and if I could show y'all, it's so cute. He was squinting at the camera at his rescue, and he was like, please don't take a picture of me. You know, that's what it looked like. And I was going to, like, all the, you know, pounds and all that around here, and I almost got a dog, and then I just kept thinking about Teddy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to go get that dog. And so I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was May of last year, specifically it was May 8th. His gotcha day is coming up, and it was storming and like flooding outside, but two of my friends drove me to Bauxite, Arkansas, and Teddy was there with his whole family. Well, not his whole family. He probably had like two dads, because his mom and basically he came out the cutest. Like his brothers looked like boxers somewhat, and then Teddy looked like him, so he was real cute. And he was really nervous because if you only knew him when y'all might have remembered him when he first came into Bark Bar, but the first time, before I say that, he was really nervous, but I sat on the floor and he got in my lap, and it was just really sweet. And I took him home, and he was on my lap all the way home. And my friend Lauren that's here was with me that night. His first patio was Diamond Bear, and then he got a monkey toy, and he still has it. And we waited forever for him to go to use the restroom outside. But the first time I took him to the dog park, he like sat behind me. I had to carry him in there, and he sat behind me on a rock. And then the first time I took him to Bark Bar, he was under the table the whole time. But over the year, oh my gosh, he's come alive. He has come alive. He is a happy dog. Still scared him in a little bit, but that's helping. Bark Bar really helped. I give y'all credit. I really do. He has his little pack, and he has his people. It's helped him get used to guys and strangers. And anyway, we miss it there, and he's the best. He's helped me through a lot of crap, and especially this quarantine. He's been a good, energetic pup that's funny and ridiculous. He has my personality, and I had to walk him. So anyway, now he's resting after going crazy earlier. But yay, that's Teddy. Fun fact. I tried to name him Swayze, like Patrick Swayze, but it wouldn't work for him. And he came as Teddy, and I was like, he's Teddy. I can't change it. Teddy Bear Boss.
Welcome, Julie.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi.
Julie, you want to go next?
So, I got Tink. We were looking. Yeah, Tink's my baby. She's not here. I'm babysitting Callie, Crystal's dog. So I'm at Crystal's house. Yeah. So, we were looking for a dog, and she just had to be perfect. And so, totally unrelated, I volunteer at a wildlife rehabilitation facility in Oklahoma. And it's a 4-something hour drive. And I drove there and I walked in and they had like part of the area partitioned off. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, there's a puppy here. I'm like, oh my God. And this puppy was just so playful and playing with the deer and everything. And I'm playing with the puppy and they're like, she needs a home. And I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. And so the director of the wildlife facility said, yeah, they have these cabins you can rent. And I took her to my cabin and she spent the night and she was just perfect. And I said, I'll take her. But what had happened was she was at the Claremore, Oklahoma Animal Shelter, and the director of the Wild Heart Ranch saw her on Facebook. They had posted her on Facebook and she was like, this dog is worth some money, because it was a Chiweenie. So I don't think she's worth any money, but you know, she was like, somebody's going to adopt this dog and sell it. And she's like, I'll find it a home. And it just so happened that I was at the Wild Heart Ranch and we were looking for a dog, and she is the perfect dog. I love her.
She really is the perfect dog.
Thank you. The first time we took her to Bark Bar, which was April 14th of last year, she was more interested in the people. She was afraid of the animals. Well, now it's so funny because she comes in and she's teeny tiny. And she just runs up to the big dogs, and I see like everybody like, and I'm like, oh, she's fine. And she just plays with the big dogs. And then I just want to tell y'all, so Crystal is Air Force, and she got deployed to go help transport COVID patients. And so she needed somebody to babysit Callie. And Callie and Tink are like twins. We used to call Callie Tink with the tail before we knew her name. So at the Bark Bar, we met Crystal. And when Crystal got the call that she was being deployed, they weren't even going to give her 8 hours notice. And so she just brought Callie to my house. And we're like, of course, you know. So anyway, I'm dividing my time between home and Crystal's house and taking Callie with me everywhere I go. So I've got today, but not Tink.
Wow.
So grateful for you, Julie.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
And where is Crystal?
She went to training to Charlottesville, North Carolina, South Carolina, something like that. I don't know. She's flying out tomorrow, and she can't tell me everything, but she will be transporting COVID patients, and she'll be, they told her she'll be back no later than the first week of October.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
tell us we're all thinking about her.
I will, and as soon as
Yes.
Bark Bar opens up, Tink and Callie will be there together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you need help, please let me know.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm serious. Teddy needs a friend. So
You both are heroes.
true.
Absolutely.
Well, who wants to go next? Chance, do you want to tell us about Tyson?
Of course. This is Tyson.
Tyson!
A little nap. I got him when I was living in Tampa, Florida. I was 16 years old, and I was gonna get a dog for Christmas. I had a Siberian Husky picked out, and I was browsing Craigslist, and I saw they were giving away an all-black 18-month-old German Shepherd, and it came with a cage, so I was like, let's do it. I went down there, I saw him, I got him, I loved him. I canceled the idea of the husky. I got a PlayStation that Christmas instead. It was nice. And he's been living with me ever since. You know, we go about everywhere. We're going back to Florida right now. We like to run, and he likes to swim. He's just my best bud. Sweetest boy.
Where are you going to Florida?
Why or where?
Why?
And where?
One of my old buddies, his family has a beach house down there, and he invited me to come hang out for a bit.
Can I come?
Right. So that's about what I'm going to do for the next few days.
Good.
Where do you take Tyson swimming in Little Rock area?
I think Chance might have froze up.
Yeah, he did.
Chance is awesome. I like him. I like Tyson better though.
There he is.
There he is.
Hey.
Hear me, Sarah? I said I almost took your Bark keys to Florida with me. I had to drop them off on my way out.
Oh my gosh.
That's a close one.
Kira, why don't you tell us about Milo? It's kind of a crazy story, guys.
Milo was, let's see, we opened Bark Bar in August of 2017, and in January of 2017, we did not have the building yet, and so we were just working from home a lot. I was working from home a lot, and, you know, I was at home a lot. And I thought, well, this would be a great time to step up and foster some dogs with the Humane Society. So they had a pair of 3-week-old puppies, a boy and a girl, that needed to be bottle fed. And so I took them in, and we bottle fed, every 3 hours for the next 5 weeks. And then when they turned 8 weeks old, I took them back to the Humane Society so that they could get their checkup and so that they could get their shots, and just pretty much cried the whole night because I realized that the boy dog, Milo, just, wasn't going to make it without me. And so I went back the next day, and I was there before they opened, and I said, give me my dog. So I, anyway, took him, and initially the whole reason I was thinking it wouldn't be that bad is because his coloring, if you've seen him, his coloring, let's see if we can turn that around. His coloring is kind of like a border collie or an Australian shepherd. So we thought he was going to stay small, and the vet said probably less than 50 pounds. And anyway, he weighs in at 113.
Are you baby?
Oh, that's awesome.
But he's my best bud, actually. He's adjusted quite well. So I'm proud of him.
He's a good boy.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
I can't
He's
believe,
funny.
I mean, he looks like he needs to be some kind of breed. I mean, he just is beautiful, and he's just a specimen of a dog.
Don't tell him that. All right, let's hear it. Hey, Dan, you want to go?
Sure, it would help if I went off of mute first. This is Philly, aka Big Phil, aka Philly Cheese Dog, aka Philadelphia Cheesesteak. Hey, Philly, come here. Let the people see your face. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Billy.
There he is.
So this sweet face came from the Pulaski County Humane Society. It was, 2014 or so. And we had a stray dog show up, not this one, but a German Shepherd girl who we kept for about 2 weeks. And then she escaped from our backyard, which is hard to do. It's fenced. And
I never knew that.
we were really sad about it because, we had liked that stray and we thought, well, we've got a yard. Maybe it's time to get a big dog. And that was about all the encouragement I needed. And one day after work, I just stopped at the shelter on the way home and was like, I want to see about some dogs. And I walked into the room and Philly perked up and then, kind of came over and licked my face. And I was like, yeah, we're good. We're good here. I'll take this one. Thanks. And brought him home. And Elizabeth was kind of like, what the fuck? But within a few days, she was like, oh, I'm so glad that you're ours.
Aw.
So,
He's such a goofy guy. We actually, the German Shepherd, we were like, oh yeah, protection dog. And Phillies will get, I swear to God, if we got robbed, Philly would get in the car with the robbers and go home with them. Like,
well, if they had chicken nuggets, yeah.
If they had chicken nuggets.
He is very friendly and not a protection dog at all.
No, he protects this house. He's in the backyard. He goes on rounds. He barks at the squirrels. If somebody walks down the alley, he barks at them. He's.
Oh, don't forget when
he's
the
a good
leaves
boy.
blow. He barks when the leaves blow.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't like that.
No.
Really? You a good boy?
Where do y'all
You're a
live?
good
Do y'all
boy.
live in Soma?
Yeah, we're in the Quapaw corridor.
Me too. What street?
We're 18th and Arch.
Wow, y'all are close to me.
Where are you?
22nd and Spring.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I'm over at 18th and Broadway.
Where?
What?
18th and Broadway.
No
Oh,
way, you're so close.
we're like right by each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 16th and Broadway is easy walking distance to Barkansas, too.
I'm at 5th and Broadway right now at Crystal's house. I live way far away though.
Oh.
But I'm real close to Bark Care. I'll be there in a minute.
Me too. I can just come down the street.
Yeah, we could have done this there, I guess. Except
That would have
Chase
been awesome.
didn't really join us. Dan, do you want to tell Ethel's story?
Ethel is a foster fail. So our friends who are veterinarians, they have Pleasant Valley Vet Clinic. And one day they texted me basically like, hey, you guys like Pomeranians, right? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then they texted me this picture of Ethel with a little bandage on her arm and an IV in. And they're like, this is the sickest dog we've ever had, but she's like the miracle Pom. She made it. They said she had the highest white blood cell count they've ever seen in a dog, and that lived anyway. And I guess the story had been that they didn't think the family that brought it there was taking very good care of her. They thought they were using her as basically a breeding dog. And so they might have lied to these people and told them that the dog died. It's not really important. But they were like, all right, yeah, this is our dog now, bye. And so they were looking for friends to foster it. And so we started fostering her. When she first came to us, she was real weak. She would slip on our hardwood floors and just fall over like splat. It was the saddest but cutest little thing. But she very quickly started running around and playing and got her strength back up again and bonded really, really quickly to me and to a significantly lesser extent, Elizabeth.
Yeah,
And so,
with me holding her right now.
so anyway, long story short, we're foster fails. We couldn't give her away at this point because she loves me too much.
No. What about Poppy?
What about Poppy? Let's see if we can find her.
Poppy is
Poppy, where are you, Poppy?
a beat of her own drum and cannot be contained. I don't know exactly where she is, but Poppy actually came from a place called Dogtown in Texas on April Fool's Day. And I text Dan a picture of Poppy and I said, I found a puppy. I really like this dog. And he thought, and it went on for like a week. He thought it was an April Fool's Day joke. And I was traveling in Texas, and so I didn't come home for
It
about a
was
week.
literally April Fool's Day, so I thought it was in fact a joke. Poppy, come here.
No, I was like, I swear to God, this is And so anyway, Poppy was our first. Before Poppy, we had Mr. Kittles, a cat who passed away.
Mr. Kittles.
Yeah, over Thanksgiving. And so it was Poppy and Mr. Kittles for a while. And then almost in the same week, Ethel and Philly came into the picture. So for a while there,
So
we had
here's the Poppy.
So
She was
cute.
napping.
Oh,
Where are you, Poppy?
how old is she?
Poppy is 9.5.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Poppy.
she's got
I didn't realize that.
She's 9.5.
She's all fluff. Yep. April Fool's Day 2011 was when she was adopted as a puppy.
her birthday, I think, was really Valentine's.
We say it's Valentine's Day. It's an estimate.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Over there.
Disinfecting turf.
That is nice of Jim. We need him. Can he just go around and disinfect the earth? I mean,
Can I tell you guys something? The folks that do our that actually do our what am I trying to say? That do our lawn maintenance and that trim our shrubs back and that trim our grass. When I called and told him, that we would be closing and we were going to be suspending services for a little bit, he said, well, we're going to keep coming and doing it because it doesn't take very long and we want your yard to look pretty.
Oh, so nice.
They came and mowed this morning.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, they're just great. He said, we take care of this whole block. We want it to look pretty.
Oh,
that's awesome. I didn't realize they did the whole block.
Yep, they do.
Y'all,
So
look at this.
awesome. Good folks.
Oh,
Good folks.
oh, there
We're
she
gonna
is.
have
That's
like a
exactly
real
how I know
good
Poppy.
It's kind of
Laying on her back, wanting a belly
Yep,
rub.
this is her signature move.
Poppy, actually, when we first, my sister said, if you start putting Poppy on her back as a puppy, she'll love to lay on her back. And I was like, that's not real. And she does. I kept putting her on her back as a puppy, and she really does like laying on her back. I don't know if there's
That's
any.
how she gets the belly rubs.
Oh.
I think there's something being submissive to. I don't really know.
Teddy has been insane all day. Now he's napping.
No. Poppy looks like a little stuffed animal.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up with a foster dog, little 7.5 pound, kind of like a Jack Russell Terrier mix or something. And so Crystal and Liz, she used to work at Bark Bar. And so Crystal, Liz, and I were going to co-foster this dog. Well, Crystal got deployed. So Liz took the foster and she's trained her and everything. And I ended up with her for a week. I had Tink and Callie and this other dog named Inky. But now Liz has her, and Liz is going to be her permanent mommy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so when Bark Bar opens back up, then Inky will be there too.
Awesome.
So, yeah. And okay, whenever everything opens up, I've told everybody I am staying in home 2 weeks past. I'm gonna let y'all go out and check it out, except Bark Bar, I'm there. Social distance at Bark Bar. That is the first place I'm going. I can't wait.
A lot of employers, like my company, for example, when we start back up, we're not going to go 5 days at first. We might rotate a few here and there. I figure if one of my employees needs to go to the grocery store, I'd rather them do it in the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday than on Saturday with everybody. So we'll be giving them a couple days a week at home, and hopefully, if more employers do that, if somebody had taken on a foster, they'll feel like, well, maybe they can keep them. And, there will be some days they'll be out and at the office all day and would have to crate a dog, but
I like that.
other days they wouldn't.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
Yeah, for sure. I just hope that there's a good transition period and that there's just the information available to people. Because, growing up, I fed my dogs, oh my God, don't kill me, Purina, Olroy. I fed them that. Growing up, I learned better. And, I just hope that people will kind of take the time to get to know that they're new best friends and to find the way that they can fit into their family life and then their new business lives. I hope there's a nice, easy transition in the animal world. I know it's going to be hard for everyone, even our pets that are forever pets.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go down from 5 stroller rides to 1 stroller ride a day. That's you guys have no idea.
All right, well, Poppy went back into her cave to resume her nap, everybody. So, bye, Poppy.
Bye, Poppy.
Bye, Poppinator.
Is Tyson backseat driving?
Yes, he is. Oh, Chance is on mute.
He's all over the place.
He's your DD, your designated doggy.
Yes, he is.
Ted is getting a little belly. I've been feeding him table scraps. You didn't hear me say that.
I think we're all going to come back with a little belly.
Oh yeah, I definitely am.
It's going to be like the first day of school where everybody changed over the summer. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, your hair is so long and it's that color.
Yeah, yeah. And oh, you got all new clothes. Yeah, because they couldn't fit in my other ones.
Yep.
So, just out of curiosity, since we do have a nice little group here, what are your feelings, just individually, about when you guys are going to feel safe about getting out and about? What's everybody kind of thinking? I know we're waiting to kind of hear what the governor has to say, and then we're going to make some decisions following that. But just as customers, curious what you guys have to say.
I have no idea, Kara, and that's the thing that scares me. Like, I want everything to open, but I'm afraid of everything to open.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as far as Bark Bar goes, to me, it would be really easy. Even if you had 20 people, I think it'd be easy to social distance in Bark Bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not that worried about Bark Bar. I'm worried about going to work. I'm worried about concerts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Gotcha. Anybody else?
I am brave. So I've been doing.
Sarah's been beating at the door.
Come on. No, I've been doing well social distancing for the most part, but I will, when things start opening back up, I trust people that make those decisions, and so I'll be careful and wash my hands a lot and stuff. But
right,
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna need it for my sanity as well. So when those doors open, I'll be there.
Gotcha.
I know I went to Hocots today, National Plants, and there was a lot of people there. At Hocots Garden.
Oh my gosh, I think that the May Garden of the Month is going to be the fiercest battle we've ever seen. Everybody I've seen, yards are looking amazing.
Well, they were very busy, and I'd say probably 70% of the people there had masks on, but a lot didn't have masks on. So it's so weird that Arkansas is not. We have our businesses open. A lot of businesses are open. They, only certain businesses with masks are closed. Whereas in other states, most all have closed, or they're on stay-at-home orders or something. I don't know. Some Arkansans, I don't think, really changed their daily habits that much.
I agree with that. Oh my God.
Yeah, and so I think maybe for Arkansas, if whenever we open back up, I think it might not be a big adjustment for some. Whereas I have been, and you can tell, look at my hair, like y'all. I have been at home for 6 weeks. I'm feeling kind of crazy over here. I've gone. I can count the places I've gone on my hand. I've got asthma, so I'm a little bit more nervous.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful.
About it. I don't know. So I think that it just will depend on individual comfort levels. I read the other day that New York did some antibody testing to see the rate of people that had it, and 80% of the people they tested had it and just didn't know they had it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was some kind of crazy number. I don't remember what it is. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
That is my biggest fear, and to find out via one of my cats, dog, or ferret. And I have all 3 of those things, of course. And, just being an animal trainer and then being around all those other dogs, I am terrified to take Turk to doggy daycare. You know, what if a dog is like, nah, and then I go up and what is the first thing I do to Turk? I go, I miss you so much. He's like, oh, now it's I just have had a panic attack. No joke. Every time that I've gone out, I've had to take panic attack medicine before, during, and after.
Yeah.
I'm just so scared that I'm going to affect my entire home. Marmalade, what are you doing? Why would you do that?
So what are y'all thinking about opening? Like when the governor says it can open, are y'all gonna do like, appointments again, or have y'all thought about it?
Well, it kind of depends on what they might mandate that restaurants make sure the tables are 6 feet apart and stuff like that. We're not sure exactly what they're going to do. I'm thankful that we, before they even told us to limit, no groups more than 10, we decided to do that and implemented a reservation system on our website to do that. So I'm thankful we did that before, and we kind of know how it works and how to run it. And I mean, that was a crazy week. I mean, trying to change your entire business in a week was pretty crazy. And it seems like a little tool worked, and so it didn't cause too many headaches. And so if we have to go to that, then at least we have that set up and we kind of know those waters a little bit. Julie, you kind of hit the nail on the head. I mean, we're thankful that we have our space in general was meant to be open. And we don't have tables, like a lot of tables crowded around each other. We have the luxury of space and a different kind of business model.
It's weird.
All these other restaurants have tables and as they can, because that seat equates to a lot of money to them. That's not our business model, and so I'm thankful for that. But we all have to be. Kara and I and the rest of the Bark Bar team, we need to make sure our staff feels safe too. And so that's a concern. And, it's just a lot to think about. Safety's always been a big concern at Bark Bar. And, but this adds a whole other layer to it. Like Kara, I remember Kara being like, I don't know if am I cleaning right? I'm like, splash bleach on everything. I guess, I don't know either. Like, no one, since it truly is a novel virus, no one knows how to really, at first, deal with it. And so,
But do not drink Lysol or disinfectant.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't huff that Lysol.
Truly belief of Donald Dumbbutt.
The orange guy.
The Oompa Loompa that was too big to make the cast.
The only orange-haired creature you should listen to is Poppy.
Is what?
Oh.
Poppy.
Orange-haired creature.
Very cute orange-haired creature.
So the last day y'all were open.
Was Poppy, his dog.
The last day y'all were open, Crystal and I wanted to go, and Jordan was like, y'all go, I'm staying home. He was being responsible. And it's so funny because, he's my kid and he's telling me to go. And so Crystal was like, yeah, I'll go. But it was the last day and we had to be there. And we were so glad. And then we're like, okay, but we're not telling anybody we came. Like, we're not going to check in on Facebook. We're just going to go. And then Arkansas Democrat Gazette shows up with cameras. And we're like, wow. So they took this picture of Crystal.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I just saw it the other day. Tori actually sent it to Crystal, and it made me cry because
That's awesome. That is awesome.
she's drinking
I
the
saw
lime.
that picture. Oh my gosh, that cracks me up. I
She's
didn't
drinking the
realize
lime.
that y'all were trying to be sneaky that day.
We were trying to be sneaky, and the dude shows up with the camera. Jordan's like, I told you. It's gonna be, hey, here's the dummies that went out. But Kara, she's drinking the lime White Claw that you can't get rid of.
I love it.
And then there's the flowers in the background, and Callie, and it's so
colorful and pretty.
It was a beautiful day. I told her, I said, I am so glad we went that day.
It was a beautiful day.
It was gorgeous.
Hey, is your son the one with the squirrel suit?
Yes.
Can I hire him?
Yeah, what for? You
Wait,
for
you
your
gotta ask
movie?
her why first.
Do what?
So you need to ask her why first.
It's not for me.
Birthday party.
It's
Oh,
for Kirk's next birthday party, his releash party.
Carol's got my contact information if you, and so does Chance.
Sweet. And I also need Santa's info because I hear he's filling up fast.
Yes, he is.
What's your real name? Turkey butt. What's your real name?
I'm Kelly Scott. I'm the senior dog trainer mentor with Petco for Arkansas.
Awesome. Okay. Well, it's
So
nice to
I'm
meet you.
CPDT KSA.
Awesome.
Yeah, Kawhi actually was trying to train Dan and I to be better pet parents.
I can't be trained.
My ferret was smiling a second ago.
We did
Yeah,
say-
Dan's all like, no, I can't spoil her like this.
Yeah, not
No, I just hold her.
interested.
But it works though. Like I have like 6 cats and each of them needs a different thing.
I'm so I love these virtual Yappy hours. I'm so thankful that y'all are coming to them. I guess we'll wrap this one up. There's Poppy signing off. But we, you know, we love seeing y'all and we miss you and like I said, next week Dr. Marlo Ball's gonna be with us. And so
Yes.
that might be, if y'all have any questions about your dog or COVID and animals and or whatever, she'll be on.
Okay, like what kind of animals though?
I told her, I pitched her on the idea of an AMA, which is an Ask Me Anything. And I said it could literally be anything. You know, it could be what her favorite color is or what, I don't know. I mean, it's free for all. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, these are pretty casual, you know. I hope y'all, Kawhi, I saw you with your Jaeger. Jennifer, I saw you with a beer.
Woo!
Mighty Swell over there with Julie. Chance better not have any drinks.
Yeah, so I didn't have the link to log in, and I messaged Chance, and he sent it to me, and then I see that he's driving.
Oh my gosh, sorry, Julie. Sorry, that was my bad. But anyway, so next week, hopefully it'll just, you know, we'll let everyone go around the horn doing the AMAs, and then we'll hang out, and then y'all just let us know. You can submit questions beforehand, and we can give them to her to try to prepare, or you can apply. But and also, if you have any suggestions for these virtual Yappy, hopefully we can do them in person soon.
Yes.
We hope to, you know, continue, you know, we love our events at Barkansas, so we hope to continue doing things like that, kind of in the same vein as our CBD, you know, having an expert. But one thing that we've had a lot of requests for is grooming tips.
Is what?
Grooming tips, dog.
Oh.
And so we might, I don't know yet, we haven't really talked about it, but we might do something just to give some grooming tips as well. But if y'all have any suggestions for other themes, I know we've got what for dog tricks again, which we're definitely gonna do a dog trick again, because that's cute as hell. And I think Kawhi wants to show us how well her dogs are trained. But or her parrot. Whichever. But if you have any suggestions, let us know.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, it was
Thank
good to
you,
see
Julie. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all so much for your support. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Okay, we love and miss you.